welcome back to Reissued. If you're new here, my name is Andrew. I know that you all love to go thrifting with me and Matt, so today I'm taking you with us for a spring thrifting Saturday. We are going to be hitting up 2 thrift stores that are newer to us, as well as one of our trusty favorite REISSUEDs. And spoiler alert, I actually bought some stuff this time. I feel like so often in these Thrift With Me videos, I see a bunch of cool stuff, but I don't really end up buying anything. And so this time, the finds were so good that I actually took some home with me. I just feel like I've been finding a lot of good stuff in general lately, so stay tuned to the end of the video where I'm going to give you a little thrift haul of everything that I've found over the past couple of weeks. I can't wait to show you how this day went. Let's go thrifting. Okay, so first, Matt and I are headed into the Atlanta REISSUED. Matt lives close by and is in here all the time, but he hasn't been here all week, so we're both hitting the store with anticipation and no expectations. I always say that you can't have any expectations when you go into the thrift store. You have to go in with an open mind. Also, it looks like the hardware got replaced with something ugly.
These, yeah.
Right off the bat, I landed on this little hammered metal end table, kind of modern, kind of classic, and $25. There's a stamp on the bottom of this that says crate, so I think this might be crate and barrel. But in any case, I love this, and I think that this would be so easy to put in any number of places by a chair or a sofa for a little extra table space. So let's add this to my cart. Oh wait, that's someone else's cart. Well, no carts are available, so Matt's gonna carry this around for me. As usual, the finds here range from unique, to bizarre, to modern and kind of basic. This table isn't much to look at overall, but I like these little star inlays on top. The lighting department is usually a winner for me in this store, but not so much today. I've been keeping an eye out for a bed to go in Matt's room in my house, which needs to act as an office, but also kind of a second bedroom. He really needs a bed in that space so he's able to kind of lounge and relax while working from home. And in my recent live, I mentioned that we're kind of making the office bed situation work by making the room have kind of like an attic bedroom, room of requirement kind of feel, with lots of traveled, collected finds kind of piled into one space.
It's an empty price tag.
See, I saw that.
Yeah.
It's 30% off of nothing.
Oh, yeah.
So the bed that I've been envisioning is one of those vintage metal beds, you know, the kind of wrought iron, maybe they're painted. But I think that this spool bed totally tells that story too. I love the dark wood finish, and the spool look definitely ties into some other pieces that I already have in my house. After hunting for the price, we found this one was $65. But the green tag meant it was 30% off, and they were running a special for an additional 20% off for Memorial Day, so this was basically free. Really though, it was $36, which I still think is an amazing deal for an antique bed like this. So we're definitely picking this up. You're gonna go right through the seat.
I know.
This looks just like the chair that I dyed. Not as good condition as mine, but only $15. There are so many things here that we don't really need, but that would be amazing for the right person in the right home. I mean, these $5 chairs are super simple, but they would be really easy to reupholster for a modern space. Matt had texted me a couple weeks ago about these sauna panels that are being sold individually since the whole thing didn't work, but I couldn't think of anything cool to do with them. Let me know down in the comments if you have any ideas of what you would do with these panels. This vintage locker is kind of cute for $20. It's busted and rusted, but I can see this out in the shed for a little vintage style and practical storage. What do we think? So after making a full lap, I'm checking out with my table, which was actually $20 after the Memorial Day discount, and the spool bed. And my total with tax was right around $65, so what an amazing deal to start the day. Speaking of amazing deals, let's check in at home with Miss Queenie, who is getting the deal of a lifetime with her new Bark Box, which is the sponsor of today's video.
Are you so excited for your box? Come over here.
Bark Box is a subscription box for your little best friend, delivered monthly to your door. It's fully customizable for your dog's allergies and preferences and comes with 2 original toys, 2 full bags of treats, and 1 shoe. And the most fun, I think, is that each month features a unique theme. This month's theme is Tokyo, which is even more fun since we were just there a couple of months ago. So I'm so excited to share a taste of Tokyo with Miss Queenie.
Ooh, are you excited? Oh, how'd you know this was for you? Oh, let's go.
And right now, back for a limited time only, these exclusive Crocs are only available when you subscribe to Bark's monthly toys and treats, and free if you join right now. These are available in 2 glow-in-the-dark colors and 3 sizes for your dogs, and they're just so cute. So if you want to treat your dog to a little extra joy each month, click the link down in the description and get the party started with BarkBox. Alright, next up we're hitting 2W Thrift, which is a newer thrift store that my mom actually sent me over on Instagram. This thrift store has been growing their presence on social media like crazy. They've become super popular, and so everyone's sharing their content. And so I felt really curious. I've been seeing a lot of people getting amazing things there on social media, so I had to check it out. This is kind of off the beaten path in an area that's mostly industrial parks, so you wouldn't just stumble upon this. But their big online presence was working because this place was hopping. First impression is that this is a great space with a very distinct vibe. Even though the finds are what matters most, I really like when thrift stores make an effort to kind of create a mood with the music and the atmosphere, and this place definitely has that going on.
Let me see. What does it say? What does it say?
Could use a good paddling.
Now, as for the finds, we weren't finding much. They had some sporty pieces that were kind of cool, and this Carhartt jacket is cute, but has what looks like bleach stains on the collar. A lot of the clothing was pretty average, though well priced, and clothing is mostly what they do here. I kept finding myself looking around the store at other cool hip shoppers to see what they were putting in their carts, and they seemed to be finding some stuff. And that's when it hit me that the major online presence for the store is kind of a blessing and a curse. A blessing because I wouldn't know about it at all if I hadn't seen it on Instagram, but a curse in that everyone's seen it on Instagram, and so any finds that are good seem to be just flying out of the store, which is great for the store, but not so much for me and Matt this time. So while I didn't find any great clothes for myself or Matt here today, I would definitely come back here maybe on a weekday or a non-holiday weekend in the hopes of a less picked over selection. However, they did have a couple of aisles of housewares here, mostly pots and pans and dishware, nothing crazy. But Matt came across this weird sculpture that appears to be handmade out of metal because it's imperfect and kind of rough and crazy heavy. We both kind of hated it at first and then grew to like it the more we looked at it. It's definitely giving me Grandma Shirley art vibes. So for $5, what the hell, I love a weird sculpture. So let's go check out. My final thoughts here are that the staff members are super friendly and cool and seem invested in making the store the best it can be, and that's really wonderful to see. So I would definitely recommend supporting the store, but maybe hitting it midweek to beat the crowds. Okay, last stop of the day is the aptly named Last Chance Thrift. Matt and I actually came here for the first time a couple of weeks ago on the recommendation of a fellow bargain hunter that we met at the fabric store. We had a good experience and picked up a few things, so we were definitely excited to come back and see what the turnover is like and what new items might have come in. So upon entering, there's this little vestibule where they display a lot of the larger and nicer furniture items right at the front of the store. Last time they had some really great pieces up here, but it looks like most of those have moved on, but at least that means they have good turnover. The overall vibe here is less polished and more scrappy, but that makes it feel even more like a total treasure hunt, which I love.
Jesus.
That's a very happy Jesus.
Yeah.
Prices here are pretty reasonable too, although I find their artwork and frames to be unusually expensive compared to other stores in my area.
It's hard to tell if it's painted or printed, but it's nice, you're right.
Yeah, it's just kind of like I'm not usually a big landscape person, but I like how kind of free the brush strokes are and
This is a vibe.
The first great find here is this vintage wardrobe. I mentioned that we've been looking for a piece like this to store extra linens and to fill that kind of awkward space in the corner behind the column in Matt's bedroom. I think this one would work because it has the shelves already and that single center door that we need. But I was looking for something in more of an Art Deco style. Plus, based on my finds on Facebook Marketplace, I'm looking to stay closer to $100 and this one's $150. So I think we're gonna leave this one to another lucky customer. Housewares are plentiful here with tons of glassware and little odds and ends. I mentioned recently that I wanted to start picking up pretty vintage glassware when I saw it to keep on hand to add a little special touch to a gift, and I think these little glass trays are perfect for that. Wouldn't one of these be cute with a nice soap or cruet set? And at $4 for 4, we're definitely getting these. There is more furniture toward the back of the store, and these pieces are the most average overall, but there are some standouts. This little hutch would be so cute in a cottagecore, fantasy, hobbit kind of space. And this nightstand has really good classic bones for $20. But the standout piece for us was this little leather top desk, which was a total steal at just $25. The carved wood handles definitely have an Art Deco vibe, and I think this would make such a pretty bathroom vanity, since the size is pretty small and not super practical for a modern work setup. One of my little pipe dreams lately is to have a dedicated kind of warehouse storage space so that when I find pieces like this, that I can go ahead and have them on hand, so if I continue to style other people's spaces, I have some options to choose from. So yeah, if I did have a storage space like that, I would definitely pick this piece up for $25. We looked at a couple nice lamps with this vintage brass piece and this strange drum shade thing before stopping by the clothing. pretty average here as well, although it's always fun to dig and hold your breath for hidden treasure at every turn. This jersey has potential. I'm thinking of getting a bike and getting more into cycling for sort of like some passive exercise. Also because I have a vision of me looking really cool on a vintage bike. Sometimes you just gotta do it for the look, right? Side note here, I'm looking for a good quality bike that has that kind of vintage look that's not crazy expensive. So any cyclists out there, put your recommendations down in the comments. So yeah, for $3, let's pick up this jersey just in case I find a bike. So before we wrap this up, I know y'all love a thrift haul, so let me show you a couple more things that I've picked up in the last couple of weeks. All right, first I picked up this little depression glass looking piece. Again, I'm thinking of keeping this on hand as something to gift with. I think it's super beautiful, maybe with some soaps or something. I love that. I think that was $3 at the ReStore. These right here, I have gotten in the habit at the ReStore whenever we have a piece that is in such bad condition that it can't be sold. If I like the handles, I'll pull them off and purchase them. So I got a bunch of these for $1 a piece. They have this little fake wood insert that goes on the inside. I think that would be super pretty covered in leather. Love the aged brass. I think these have a lot of potential. Next up, I thought this picture frame was really cute for $1 at the ReStore. Just kind of an interesting shape, and I like the little hanger at the top. Pink marble sphere was at the ReStore for $2. I love the color, and I kind of love a mystical, useless orb. I thought this pot was kind of interesting, maybe to put some sort of planting in. This reminds me of something that would be at Grandma Shirley's house, so I wondered about this for accessorizing some shelves at Katie's house. It just has these little interesting handles at the side and these little feet that it sits on. I just thought the shape was really beautiful and unique. And then we have this massive plastic skull that has some sort of lighting mechanism inside. I'm already thinking about my Halloween content, so I think this would look really good painted to look sort of like a faux stone with moss all over it and some sort of candlelight situation inside. I was wanting more lanterns and lighting last year, so I think this is a great find for $7 at the ReStore. All right, next I got this gold floor lamp at the ReStore for $15. I think the shape is really cool. This does look to be antique. Love the detail right around the neck of the lamp. What I am not loving is this little glass thing. It's missing a set screw for one, but also I think the proportion looks really silly for the scale of lamp. So I need your ideas for what to do for this. Do we want to replace this with another globe? Do we want to make some sort of shade for it? Maybe something a little bit modern to contrast the more antique look? I need your ideas. Let me know in the comments. And then finally, I picked up 2 of these chairs at the ReStore for $30 each. These are not an antique. They look to be like more of a modern reproduction, but they still have a vintage feel to them and a genuine antique brass on the little nail head detail. I think this is faux leather, which appears to be in good shape. I would generally prefer a real leather, but since it's in good shape, we can let that pass. I think I'm gonna put these in the living room on either side of the fireplace. I like that they're on wheels, so if I wanted to entertain and we were all watching TV, we could kind of move them around and face them however we needed to. I think a pair of chairs on either side of the fireplace is really gonna be nice for a symmetrical moment, so these were an awesome find. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me and Matt on our little weekend thrifting journey. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit the like button. If you want to see how I incorporate these finds into my house, be sure that you're subscribed. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.